I don't know. Maybe the old Bucks will still be broadcasting, then only we'll be, you know,
Be radio free
we'll be
Bucks. Yeah.
radio
Be in a
free Bucks.
cave somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. I'm hoping for the best. Like I said, whoever sides win, I hope they say, "Okay, we forgive you." Like Mandela is a good example. What chaos he could have brought upon
That's
that
right.
continent.
Yeah. The other side.
All he had to say is, "We owe you guys, and now you're going to get your comeuppance or whatever." And
But he did just the opposite, didn't
he did the opposite. And I'm not saying I'm not saying everything is peachy keen over there, but by no means. But I do know that that could have been an absolute disaster where there wouldn't have been enough wood around to make a fire. So
he? Yeah. Yeah.
so that's what's on my mind. And we talk about a lot of stuff, but there just hadn't been a lot of funny things going on lately.
Well, let me try to change that. Let's end on a funny thing. How would that be? Yeah.
please, please,
Yeah.
let's end on the funny
Let's
thing.
end on a funny thing.
Because
So,
hopefully, when we have coffee, we'll drag some of the humor up and all this, and that'll help a bit. So, tell me your funny thing.
okay. So this is, we're going to play Stump the Buck again. We haven't done this for a while. And,
It's getting easier to do that to me, you know that.
okay. All right. So this is a question. And so I'm going to see what your answer is going to be. Okay.
Okay.
There are 30 cows in a field and 28 chickens. How many didn't?
There are 30. See if I'm saying this right. There are 30 cows in a field,
Mm-hmm.
and there are 28 chickens.
There are 30 cows in the field and 28 chickens. How many
So,
didn't?
so I'm going to say 28 to 2.
You are wrong, sir. So, but you're not the only person that's been wrong. I've quizzed several people with this.
And much smarter than me, I assume, right?
I don't know, maybe, but I've had to repeat the question many times, and the person who got it the fastest was my 8-year-old grandson. He got it almost immediately. He got it after the first reading.
Okay, now before you give me the answer.
I'm not going to give you the answer.
Oh, you're not going to give me, okay.
Because we're going to ask the listeners to send in their answers, and we will talk about the actual answer next episode. How's that?
But we know that a young boy figured it out very quickly. It became apparent to him.
He's the only one that figured it out.
Where did you find this little conundrum? Did you? I mean, you don't have to tell me.
No, I don't know. It was on a morning news blog kind of thing. It was something. The same. Yeah, here's something to think about at the end, just like we're doing right now. Actually, yeah.
Well, you brightened up my day. I'll think about that one.
Well, let me give you a joke or a question that he gave me in response to that. Now he just dreamed this up after listening to this. He says, now you have 3 dozen donuts and you eat 30. What do you have now?
Okay. I'm going to have to think about that one.
Well, I'll give you the answer to this one if you like.
No, that might give us a clue to the other one. So let's don't
it
tell
won't.
that one.
It won't.
It won't.
Uh-huh. Okay.
3 dozen. You have 3 dozen
donuts. 3 dozen donuts and you eat 30 of them. What do you have now?
Well, 3 dozen is what, 36, right? And you eat 30, you should have 6.
The answer is what you have now is diabetes. He's 8 years old. This is a true story. That's unbelievable, isn't it?
Well, folks, all I can say is tune in next time when we reveal the answer to this. And maybe old Buckdale will be, there'll be some joy in Mudville or something, and I'll have something more funny to talk about. But these double storms and all the cleanup and all the other things and uncertainty and ifs and shouldas and maybes and you have to cope with your spouse through this whole thing too. And
That too.
that can really get problematic when she says, stay away from the window. It's going to blow in. And I'm saying, I'm going to hold the window. I'll keep it from
Yeah,
blowing in.
you
I'll
are.
put my hands on it.
Yeah.
Because we have two different concepts of how this
Yeah.
is going to work. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Hey, and before we go, I just
mhm.
noticed I look like extra pink today. That's because I've got a pink towel here on the counter that so I'm not having
Hey,
a,
I dress like
a
this all
stroke
the
or anything.
time. This is pretty much my normal look, even when I'm outside.
This is kind of scary. You're drifting
Yeah,
again.
everybody can recognize me really
People are
from a
going to start
distance.
calling you Cyclops here if you keep cutting your eye out of that thing. Hey, you know what? I think it might be time to go. I think it might be
Old
time
Buck
to go.
Dell saying, "Oh, thank you for listening. It's great to be alive and here with Old Buck Dave." So, all the
Buck
best to
Dave
everybody.
saying
We'll talk to you next
same
time.
thing. Take care, everybody. Talk to you next time. Bye bye.